Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Paul, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to fit an 8-gang switch panel. This one here is from Auxbeam. No more hiding relays around your car. This one's very simple. It's already got built-in relays, a simple little fuse box here, hook straight to your battery. Couldn't be any easier. Alright, let's get to it. Now, open and honest, as always with everything I do, Auxbeam did contact me and ask if I would like this for review purposes. So they did send it to me free of charge, but I'm not being paid to promote it. I opened the box, I was pretty happy. It come with two different mounts for the switch panel here, an angled one here where I've got it on a 45-degree angle, which I just mounted with a piece of flat behind it, screwed to the side of my fridge mount here. There's a flat mount there, and also they give you an angled bracket here for your fuse box. You can mount either in the canopy or under your bonnet. Connecting the switch panel to your fuse box is really easy. There's a little 4-pin connector. They give you this really long lead, it's about 2 meters long. So you can mount your switch panel where you want, and hide your fuse box away out of sight so no one's going to see it. We'll run through the fuse box here. This is the brains. This is where it's got the built-in relays and everything else. Now you got your positive, negative up top. We'll run through that in a minute. We'll hook that up to the main battery. This red wire here is your accessory wire. This is your switch wire which triggers the relay. So in my canopy here, I'm going to hook this straight up to mains power so the relay is always activated and I've always got power to everything, ready to go through these switches here. But say if you were going to use this with your spotlights or light bars and everything else, if you wanted to switch on all your lights individually like that, you'd hook this red wire here, it's a trigger wire, up to your high beam so that none of your spotlights or anything can come on until your high beam's on. That's the law in Australia. Has to run through your high beam as a trigger, so that way you can still run it through all your lights and be safe. Now this is the 8-gang switch panel, so there's matching 8 fuse panels here. Now each one has a positive and a negative assigned to each fuse, and each fuse location has a number here which corresponds to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's easy to match up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So positive, negative, straight into say your 5 there, and you push your 5, it's going to come on or off. Dead simple. They give you your positive and negative leads with a built-in 60 amp fuse. Terminals on the ends, both ends, ready to go, plug straight into your battery and also the fuse box at the positive and negative. They give you all the hardware needed, all the nuts, bolts and screws. Like I said, there's everything included. They even give you heat shrink, your red and black, and there's even a piggyback fuse holder in here. So say if you were going to hook up that red wire from the fuse box direct to your accessories, you'd find your fuse box under your bonnet or under your dash. Find say like your radio or accessories plug. You put this piggyback fuse holder in here. You put the original fuse next to it there, and the end of it there, you just crimp that red wire straight onto there. Simple as. Now I have power connected. I'll put the stickers on that I want. Now my plans are I'm going to have a left and right on the roof lights for both sides. With these new lights I've got from Auxbeam as well, I'll be able to push a button and change them between amber and white. So I can just push any button. And in here is going to be my canopy lights, which are still coming. We're getting some Terraloom lights. And if you want to switch them all off, push the off button, turns them all off. Next day, push it again, remembers where you were, turns them all back on again. Otherwise you just turn off each one individually as you need it. It also has an illumination setting as well. It's got a sensor here, so at night time, I'll show you later on when it's dark, it dulls right down to save battery power. That reminds me, when it gets dark, I want to show you this brand new light that I got sent yesterday from Olight, the Seeker 3 Pro. It is a tiny little light. I didn't think it was going to do much at all. Turned it on last night and tried it out, and I was just blown away by how bright this thing is. It's such a spread beam and just lights up everything. It's like a spotlight. I'll show you what I mean. Now that it's night time, and I've just actually finished a live stream with the boys on Instagram. It was a great night. Thanks everyone for tuned in. You can see, even though it's night time, I can easily see all these buttons. Whereas previously with my last setup with my switch panel on the other side, I opened up my canopy at night time and I just had feel around them for the buttons. I could not see it, they weren't illuminated. Whereas now I can easily see it. And with that sensor on there, shine me the light on, it brightens right up during the daytime. Then night, it dulls right down. So, saves power, great feature. While we're out in the dark, I thought it was a perfect opportunity to show you this Olight torch, the Seeker 3 Pro. For something palm size, this thing is bloody awesome. Quarter of a turn, unlock it, turn it on. It's got such a wide spread beam here. That's not even full power. 4,200 lumens and 250 meter spread for something that fits in the palm of your hand. How bright is this? Olight, they've sent me plenty of torches in the past. I wouldn't buy any other torches. This is probably the best brand going out there. Everyone on YouTube absolutely loves them, and I can see why. The quality is fantastic. I've seen people run over them. I've seen people dump down in the water. I've seen people throw them up so far in the air. Like, you just can't break these torches. They are unbreakable, good quality. They've got a flash sale starting right now. I'll put a link down in the description. It's running to the 30th this month. And I've also got a discount code for you to check out. So make sure you check out these torches. Now they've got the switch panel wired up. Time to hook up these new lights. Auxbeam have sent me these 4 lights here to go 2 on each one here. They're a combination light. You can either have the white, you can have the white and amber, or just straight amber. There's 6 different settings. So pretty good actually. They come, be careful though. There's 3 wires on them. Your red, your positive, black, your negative, and a yellow, which you don't normally have. The yellow, I'll explain through in a minute. I'll grab the wiring harness and show you. They give you a full wiring harness with each set of 2 lights. Comes with the relay and everything you need. You get positive and negative. You have your switching wire, untangle that, which runs in your car. There's an on and off button and also mode button. Now that mode button actually works with that yellow wire. And each time you push it, it touches the positive and just activates the positive for a second, which changes the settings on the light. Now, that works great normally with this loom, but because I've got that relay box with the switches in there, I tried to cut this to pieces and make it work, but I would not recommend these lights with this switching panel. So what I'm going to do now, because I don't want any relays because I've already got that box in there, I'm going to cut all the output wires that lead to the lights. You get your 3 leads already on there, your red, black and yellow, then down about 1 metre, same again, red, black and yellow. So it lines up really nice on the roof, lines up with the lights, pretty good actually. So they've thought that through pretty well. They do a pretty good job, but yeah, this relay, no good. My original plan was to have lights on the left, lights on the right of the roof, and then push this amber button to change through the modes in the lights between white and amber. But I'll tell you why it's not going to work. Now it gets quite tricky to actually talk this through. It took me a while to actually think about it and how it worked. Although that relay box is great, I love it, especially with the switches. It doesn't have individual relays for every 8 different switches. It's all just one relay, which was that trigger wire, the red wire when I hooked it up, which I've got straight to main power. So that's always activated, which means each one of those positive wires coming off of the 8 switches is always live. All it does when you push that button is it links the positive and the negative and creates a circuit. So I couldn't just put that yellow wire straight to one of those buttons and push the button and have it work, because that button is always live, ready to go, ready to just link up with that negative. So unless I create a separate switch somewhere else in the car, where I run it from a normal positive to that switch and then to the yellow wire, that's the only way you're going to trigger these. So it's not going to work with this switch panel. What makes this switch panel so easy? All I do now, hook up these wires to the lights, run them back into the canopy. I'm not going to worry about that yellow wire. I'll leave that loose, and just the red and black hook straight up to that switch panel, the positive, negative, and that's it. The whole lights are wired up. It couldn't be any easier to wire up the lights. Once I've hooked up that positive and negative, what I've got to do next, turn the lights on. If it's not on the setting that I want, I've got to get that yellow wire and just tap it on the positive, which will change the settings, and just keep tapping it until you get the setting desired. Then just tape up that yellow wire and you won't have to touch it again. I'm not going to worry about switching those there. I'm happy with the amber as it is. I use amber most of the time anyway to try and keep the bugs away. I've still got these lights here in the canopy, which I'll be changing soon as well. They're only just cheap eBay lights. So I'll be putting some Terralume white and amber lights here as well. So we'll see if we're running the same drama with them. But overall, I'm very happy with the switch panel. Yes, it would have been good if it had individually relayed switches, but I'm still happy. I can just switch everything right here, right? Have go around the other side in the dark, trying to feel for it. If you want to check this out for yourself, I've got a link in the description that you can check it out. If you've got any more questions, don't hesitate to leave a comment. Happy to talk you through anything with this at all, anything 12 volt. If you like this video, found it helpful, leave a like. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing, please. But thanks for watching the video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers!